Okay. Good evening, everyone. I want to do the
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sarali. Good evening.
Good
Right.
evening, sir.
And good evening. Good evening, Dua. Right. And last week we discussed our 2 hour paper relevant to our first term, and we did so many questions. Part A we did, and there are 4 questions, 3 questions. The part B, there are part 2, and we discussed, right? And today we are going to discuss the other parts. We're going to continue the paper, and as well as on Monday we have to do so many questions, right? And Monday paper class we are going to discuss another paper, right? Because first term, because as 24th of April, I think, right? It's a Western province, and the other province, right? We're searching about the dates, but we have to practice, right? In Lahunti Kudimba Tiagan, about 90, right? About 90 Tiagan, practice. Practice makes perfect, right? Now we are going to discuss the questions. Remaining parts, there's a part 2, and this is day 2, and with the topic and with the date and 2025, this is 5th of the April 2025. Put the date, everyone, and now we are going to discuss relevant to the paper, and this is a third question in our model paper, right? It's a third question. It's a part 2, third question, and this one's relevant to the algebraic expressions, and you know how to expand the algebraic expressions and how to simplify, how to factorize, right? How to multiply, how to divide, how to add, subtract, synonyms, we call as a like terms, unlike terms, right? And first one, part A, right? Question letter A, expand and simplify d plus 7 into the d minus 4. There are two binomial expressions. This is a product between the binomial expressions. Now, find the answer. Hurry up. Find the answer. Just in 1 minute. අපි හොයමු answer එක. Right? Now listen. And this is a reversal thing about the trinomial quadratic expressions. And you know the trinomial quadratic expressions, and these are the factors of that. And now we are going to reversal thing about that, right? Now we are going to multiply. Now listen, everyone. Look at the board. First term is a d multiplied by the second expression, d minus 4. And the second term of the first expression becomes plus 7 into the d minus 4. Now you know how to expand, right? It's like this, d into d, d into minus 4, plus 7 into d, plus 7 into the minus 4. Right. D into d becomes d to the power of 2, and d into minus 4 minus 4d, and plus 7 times d plus 7d, as well as plus 7 into the minus 4 becomes minus 28. Minus 28. Now look at the middle ones. Wow, we call as a like term. And you can simplify these ones. First letter becomes as a d to the power of 2. We call as a d squared. And minus 4d plus 7d. What is the answer? Kenoli? Sanoli? Brianna? Minus 4d plus 7d? Yes, plus 3d. Very good. Plus 3d. And minus 28. And this is the answer for the A part. Main question number 3, the paper and subletter A. Is that correct? Dapat thumbs up එක හරි හැමෝම?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Viduni?
Isn't it minus 3D?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a plus 3D. Because the greatest one, listen, we have two unknown terms, like the two expressions, two terms, two numbers, two directed numbers, like positive 1 and negative 1. Look at this, minus 5 and the plus 2. In this situation, different signs, we are going to subtract the right? We are going to subtract. Greatest one is a 5, and 5 and 2, difference between that numbers becomes as a 3, but it's minus in this case. Because why? Because greatest one is a 5, no? Right? But like this, minus 8 and plus 10. Now tell me what is the answer? Viduni? Now what is the answer?
Plus 2.
Then uttara plus 2. Now it becomes as a plus 2 because greatest one is a 10, right? In this case, minus 4d plus 7d, and then greatest one is a plus. Then difference between that becomes as a 3, but it's a plus 3d. Now you got it?
Yep, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Right. And this is the answer. Very good. If you have any understand questions, understand parts, right? My hand having right? Right. Very good. Second one, B part. I'm going to discuss the B part. Rectangular flower bed. We call it as a malpati කියලා අපි කියන්නේ. මල්පාත්‍යයක් තියෙන rectangular shape එක. Flower bed represent in the diagram length of the vegetable bed is 2 units more than length of the flower bed. Now listen, rectangular flower bed is represent in the diagram. හරිද? diagram එකේ තියෙන flower bed එක. But length of the vegetable bed is 2 units more than the length. As an example, length becomes as a 5 cm. 5 units. 5 units. Now tell me what is the length of the vegetable bed? What is the answer? Flower bed becomes as a 5 units. Therefore, vegetable bed, length of the vegetable bed becomes, it's easy no, 2 units more than the flower bed. Therefore, flower bed is a 5 units. Then vegetable bed becomes as 7 units. You need to add no. This is a simple trick, right? එක මාර ලේසි දෙයක් නේ. අරකට වඩා දෙකක් වැඩි. Right? දෙකක් වැඩි. Now, find the and the length of the flower bed and breadth is 1 unit less than the breadth of the flower bed. Flower bed එකට වඩා length එක එකක් අඩුයි. Right? Breadth එක එකක් අඩුයි. Length එක දෙකක් වැඩි. Find the area of the flower bed. Now this is the flower bed, right? Now you can find the area of the flower bed. The same thing, right? Look at the one. Main question number B and Roman number 1, and you know the figure, and this is a rectangular shape, and the length is a plus x plus 3. Very good. Answers down on කට්ටිය නියමයි. And breadth becomes as x plus 2. And this is a flower bed. flower bed and everything, right? Now listen. How to find the area? Rectangular shapes. Finding the area becomes as a length into breadth. Therefore, area of a flower bed becomes x plus 3 into the x plus 2. Right. Find the answers now. Viduri, kayo dua. Kali ni bagaimana? Expand in brackets. Now you can expand. Now you can expand. Malu mo answers down hai mama? Very good, Kenoli. Yeah. Kenoli, wrong. Look at the last term. It's wrong. Check it again. Your last term becomes wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. Now good. Salary, very good. Kenoli, now good. Right. Now listen. Now listen. Viduri, do I have the x times to the x plus 2 and plus 3 into the x plus 2. Make anivarya menobute. This is a very, very important questions. All right. Anivarya, right? Now listen. X to the power of 2 plus 2x and plus 3x and plus 6 and plus 6. Now you can simplify the like terms. Look at the middle one. Now what is the answer, Viduri? Plus 2x plus 3x. What is that? Very good. Plus 5x because both are same. Now you have to measure as a first term as x squared and the last term becomes as a plus 6. And this is the area, right? This is the area of the flower bed, right? Area of the flower bed. Now find the length and breadth of the vegetable bed in terms of x. Now listen. Ikan marah lesi ka, right? And you know 2 units more than the length of flower bed. Flower bed length becomes as x plus 3. No? Therefore, length is equals to the x plus 3 is the length of the flower bed. And 2 units more than it. Therefore, you need to add 2 to here. Then answer becomes x plus 5 units. X plus 5 units. Everyone, understood? That's easy,
Yeah.
right? Yes. And how to find the breadth? Now you can find the breadth of the vegetable bed. How to find the breadth? Is 1 unit less than the breadth of the vegetable, breadth of the flower bed. Therefore, breadth becomes as x plus 2. You have to subtract 1 unit from it. Now it becomes x plus 1 units. And this is the answer for a breadth. And this is the length. Easy. Right? X plus 5 and x plus 1. Third one, write the expression for the area of the vegetable bed. Now you can find the answer also. Third one, that's easy thing. Length into breadth. Length becomes as x plus 5 into the x plus 1. Now expand these brackets and simplify. Hurry up. Now put the answers into the chat. Now it's easy. I'm going to discuss x time to the x plus 1 and plus 5 into the x plus 1. Now x into x becomes x squared plus x into 1 1x 5x plus 5. All terms becomes as a plus, right? Now middle terms is a 6x. It should be a plus. Now this is the area of the flower bed. Sorry, vegetable bed. And this is the area of the flower bed. And this is the area of the vegetable bed. Right? Is it correct, everyone? Sonali, correct? Kenali, correct? Very good. Nehemai? Super. Anivaring, what are right. Next question. Find the difference of the areas of the two beds where x equals 2. Find the difference between the areas of the two beds. ඒ කියන්නේ flower bed එකේ vegetable bed එකේ දෙකේ වෙනස අහන්නේ. The difference between them, right? Now you have to substitute when x becomes 2. X equals 2 වෙනකොට බලමු වැඩේ මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා. Right? බලමු. Right? Now you have to substitute like this. And this is a flower bed and this is a vegetable bed. Right. There are two methods. මේකට methods කිහිපයක්ම තියෙනවා. බලමු අපි හෙල්ලන්නේ. හරිද? Now look at this. First we have to find the area of the flower bed. Area of flower bed. It becomes as a x to the power of 2 plus 5x plus 6. Now listen. Now listen. When x becomes 2, if x equals 2, and this is an important thing, x equals 2, you need to substitute 2 into the x. x වෙනුවට පුතේ අපි දෙක දාමු. මේ බලන්න. Now listen. X becomes 2, then 2 to the power of 2 plus 5 to the 5 into the 2 plus 6. Now you know 2 to the power of 2 means 4. And 5 into 2 becomes 10 and plus 6. Then answer becomes 10 and 10 becomes as a 20. 20. And this is the area of the flower bed. Now I'm going to find vegetable bed. Vegetable bed. And it's a x squared plus 6x plus 5. When x becomes 2, then 2 to the power of 2 plus 6 into the 2 and plus 5. 4, 12 and 5 is 21. Is 21. Now you know how to find the difference. 21 minus 20. Therefore, difference between flower bed and vegetable bed is equals to the 21 minus 20. It's equals to the 1. It's equals to the 1. Now, everyone, හැමෝටම තේරෙනවද පුතේ මේක? හැමෝටම තේරෙනවද? Yeah, right? Note down. Note down. Maybe will thumbs up at the input. Give me the thumbs up when you're finished, right? Okay, we do need good, good, very good, Sonali. Right. Now I am going to discuss second one, and this one is a fraction, right? The main question number 4, and this is a fractions, and you know the theories about the addition, subtraction, division, and the multiplication also, right? And the first question becomes as a division, right? Now, find the answers for that. හරිය පළවෙනි උත්තරේ හොයමු පුතේ ටක් ගාලා අපි 3/7. Question number 4. Put the answer into the chat. Chat එකට දාමු උත්තරය. Right. Now we are going to discuss. Look at the question. What is the first step? Step number 1 is you have to change as improper fractions. Mixed fractions change as improper one, and you know how to change as improper. 5 times 1 is a 5, and 5 and 4 you need to add. Firstly multiply, then add. 5 times 1, 5. 5 plus 4 becomes as a 9. Then it becomes as a 9/5. Division 3/7 is a proper one. It's not changed. Now you know divide change as a multiplication, and second thing is the fraction becomes as a upside down. We call as a reciprocal, upside down, right? Then 5 becomes as a numerator, 9 becomes as a denominator, and 3/7. Now we can simplify 3 times 1 and 3 times 3. 1 times 5 is a 5. Now 7 times 3 becomes 21. 21. Now 5/21. This is the answer for the first part. අන්න පුතේ පළවෙනි උත්තරේ අපි හොයාගත්තා. තේරෙනවද? විතුනි බ්‍රියන්නාස් තේරෙනවද? 5/21. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Kenoli? Right? Very good. Right. නියමයි. හැමෝගෙම හරි. Second one, simplify. Simplify කරමු. Find the answer for the second one. ඒකට උත්තරේ දාන්න හැමෝම. Second one, and you need to follow up the order of the operations, Bodmer's theorem, brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Right. Now we are going to discuss. Firstly, we have to add because inside of the brackets we have to simplify. Remove the brackets, right? And the first one is addition. We cannot add 3 plus 4 becomes 7, 2 plus 1 is a 3. Very easy, sir. එහෙම බෑ, right? First, we have to go into the look in the LCM. 3 and 4, right? And you know, 4 is a greatest one. It's not divisible by 3. We are looking for the another multiples. 8, 12, yes. 12 we can divide by 3. Therefore, 12 is a LCM. Now you can write as a 12 as a LCM, right? And 12 divided by 3, 4. 4 into 2 becomes 8. And 12 divided by 4, 3 into 1 becomes as a 3. Very easy. And multiply by the, you have to continue, right? Now, 8 plus 3 becomes 11 over 12. Multiply by the 4 over 7. Now, 4 times 1 as well as 4 times 3. Now, 11 times becomes as 11 and 7 times 3 is 21. And 11 over 21, this is the answer. Right? Henry, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. And this is the easy way, right? Viduni, do they know the maker?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Hari itu uttara hari. So thumbs up එකක් දෙමු උත්තර හරියයි. Very good. Right, you have to practice, huh? Right. Okay. Question number 3. Right. Kamal travel 1/2 of the journey. Half of the journey we call as by bus. And 1/3 of the remaining by train. Look at this one. Remaining. Remaining. Right? Try karamu. Question number 1. Find the distance traveled by the train as a fraction of the whole journey. Now find it. Hurry up. Right. බලමු අපි උත්තරේ. Kamal travel half of the journey by bus. Now listen. By bus. මෙන්න පුතේ බස් එකෙන් ගියා භාගයක් නේද? We call it as a half of the journey. Right? And a total journey becomes as 100 kilometers. 50 kilometers traveled by bus. Right? Half of the journey. Now what is the remaining portion? දැන් මට කියන්නේ ඉතුරු කීයද? Half traveled by the bus. Now what is the remaining portion? How's the game? Right? Turn on your mic and give me the answers. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Right? 1/2. Right? Niban. මම කියනවා 3/5 travel by bus. Now tell me the remaining portion. What is the remaining portion? 3/5 travel by bus. කියමු මයික් ඔන් කරලා කියමු. Therefore what is the answer? ඉතුරු ටික කීයද? කියමු. 5න් 3යි ගියේ. Now what is the remaining portion? There are short 5 and 3/5 becomes travel by bus.
2/5.
Yes, 2/5. 2/5. Very good, right? එහෙම තමයි ඉතුරු ටික හොයන්නේ. Now listen. And in this question, relevant to this question, half traveled by bus and 1/3 of the remain by train. මේ බලන්න කතාව. Train. අපිට කියන්නේ 1/3 of remaining. Remaining means half. ඇයි භාගයක් ගියාට පස්සේ ඉතුරු භාගයයිනේ. Half traveled by the bus and the remaining portion is also equals to the half. Right? Understood? Everyone, හැමෝටම තේරුණාද ඒක? Okay. Right. Very good. Right. Now you have to simplify this one. and this is Roman number 1 by train. Then you can multiply 1 times 1 is a 1 and 3 times 2 is a 6. 1 out of 6. ඔන්න ගියා උත්තරේට. Right. Right. Find the answer for the fourth one. Roman number 4. Right. බලමු උත්තරේ. The rest of the journey is traveled by a three-wheeler. ඔන්න ඉතුරු ටික යනවලු three wheel එකේ. ඉතුරු ටික. What's the meaning of the rest? ඒ කියන්නේ ඉතුරු ටිකනේ. How to find the rest? Firstly, we have to find the sum of the traveled by bus and the train. මේ දෙකෙන්ම ගියපු තුරු හොයාගන්න එපේ. Right? Now you can find the rest. Right? Remaining portion එක හොයන්න පුළුවන්. Now listen. These two things we need to add. Therefore, bus and train. Bus and train should be equal to the half of the journey by bus and 1/6 by train. Now what is LCM? LCM becomes as a 6. Because the greatest one is a 6, we can divide by 2. Then LCM becomes as a 6. Now 6 divided by 2, 3. 3 times 1, 3. Now 6 is a 6 and the 1. Now we can write as a 4/6. Just wait. We can simplify. What is the answer? 2 and 3. You have to simplify. And this is a this is a sum of the total distance traveled by bus and the train. Now tell me what is the rest? 2/3. Right? Therefore, rest equals to the 1/3. ඇයි ඒ? තුනෙන් දෙකක්නේ ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම. 2 out of 3. Therefore, 1 out of 3 is the remaining portion. Everyone, හැමෝටම තේරෙනවද මේ part එක? Understood?
Yes.
Okay, right. Kenuli, Hashini, Sonali, Brianna, Tondua.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. And there is a fraction. Right. As a fraction. Find the distance by. Right. Now I'm going to the question number 5, and this one's relevant to the factorizing, mataketi factorizing, right? Find the answers. Factorizing mama methods godak kala, questions godak kara. Hurry up, find the answers. What is the answer? What are the factors of the first one? Amo davuti uttaratiga. First one is a trinomial. Second one is a common factors. First one is a very easy. First one is not trinomial. Last one is a trinomial. මේ වගේම එකක් අපි discuss කරා මතකද? First one is a common factors because they have a four terms, 2 by 2. පළවෙනි දෙන්න අරගන්න. Take the first two expressions, two terms, and කවුද? උත්තරේ කියනවා කියන්නේ කිව්වොත් එහෙමනේ. Right? අපි හදමු. Right? First one, x to the power of 2 minus 3x plus 2x and the minus 6. Now listen, right? We did the same question type in our paper class. There are four terms. Don't simplify like this. Minus 3x plus 2x becomes as a minus 1x. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because why? This is the middle step of the trinomial quadratic expression. Right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. First two things. What is the common factor? X is a common factor. Then x minus 3. And write the same thing here. X minus 3. And x is a here. And plus 2 is a missing one. Put the middle of that. Now what are the factors? X minus 3. And what is the next factor? ඊළඟ කියමු බලන්න. හැමෝම. What is the next one? X
X
minus
plus
3.
2.
X plus 2. Very good. X plus 2. X plus 2. X plus 2. Right? Very good. Right. And this is the answer. Right. X minus 3 and X plus 2. Right. Okay. X minus 3 and X plus 2. Right. Second one. Second one. Second one. The second question is a 12 minus 3p squared. 12 minus 3p squared. Right? Firstly, we are looking for the common factors. ඉස්සෙල්ලා බලන්න පුතේ common factors තියෙනවද කියලානේ. If there are any common factors, yes sir. That is a 3 is a common factor. Therefore, we have to write as 3 into the 4 minus p squared. That's it? No. Look at the inside of the brackets. This is very special one. Inside of the brackets. Then 4 is becomes as a 2 to the power of 2. 4 becomes as a 2 to the power of 2. And p squared. 2 squared, p squared. And you know the steps now. And this one we called as a difference between two squares. Difference between two squares. Then answer becomes 3, 2 plus p and 2 minus p. Easy. ගණන් හදපු ළමයාට මේක මතක ඇති, right? 2 plus p and the 2 minus p, right? 3 times 2 plus p and 2 minus p. And this is the way how to factorize, right? අපි මේ දෙක ලියාගමු. අන්තිමක හදමු trinomial quadratic expressions. උත්තර දාන්න chat එකට දාන්න උත්තර. And this is the common factors, and this one is a difference between two squares with common factors. It's a combination of the common factors and the difference between two squares. Now find the last one. Right. Third one is a trinomial quadratic expression like this. X to the power of sorry, A, third one, A to the power of 2 plus 3A and minus 10 and minus 10. Right? Now listen, we call as a trinomial quadratic expressions. Now first term is A squared and plus 3A minus 10. And order is correct. Now we are going to get the product between the first term and the last term. And A squared multiplied by the minus 10. Now it becomes as a minus 10A squared. Now sign becomes as a logics. Minus. That means the difference between two terms becomes as a plus 3A. Uttaraya difference plus 3A and node. As well as negative means the first one becomes plus and the other one becomes minus. Different terms. Now what is suitable couple? 10 එක හැදෙන විදි තියෙනවා. 10 times 1, 5 times 2. That's only 2, right? 10 and 1 not suitable because difference is a 9. If we have a plus 9a, we can use the plus 10 and minus 1. But we have plus 3a. Now we have to use plus 5a into the minus 2a. Now look at this. This is a suitable couple for the middle one. Now we can write a squared plus 5a minus 2a minus 10. Now look at that. This is the our Roman number 1. Right? First question like this. මෙහෙම තිබුණේ පළවෙනි question එක මතකද? Right? First question. Now we have to continue the theories. Right? මට මේකේ උත්තර දෙක දාන්න chat එකට හැමෝම. Please. හැමෝම දාන්න උත්තරය. Right? You can type no? You can type, just type, then put the answer. Right. මොකද දැන් උත්තරේ? There are 4 terms like a first question. Now first couple is a squared and the 5a, and the common term becomes as a. Now open the bracket. A is there, therefore you have to put a plus 5. Now you need to repeat the same bracket a plus 5 with a keep space here. And a is there, the missing part is a minus 2. Now we have 2 factors. What are the 2 factors? The first one becomes as the inside terms, terms inside of the bracket, a plus 5. Now next one becomes as a terms outside of the brackets, a minus 2. A minus 2. And this is the answer for the third one. For the third one. Right. Right. Now look at the fourth question. බලමු fourth question එක හදන්නේ කවුද කියලා. right මේ බලමු. Area of the rectangle is a squared plus 3a minus 10. Right? A squared plus 3a minus 10. And breadth is becomes as a minus 2. And find expression for the length of the rectangle in terms of a. Oh, උත්තරේ හරිම ලේසි. Because why? Look at the previous one. This one. And this is a squared plus 3a minus 10. Yes, sir. And look at the relationship between the fourth question and third question. And what are the factors of it? The factors are a minus 2, a plus 5. Therefore, a minus 2 is a breadth. Now tell me this one indicating the length. Therefore, what is the answer for the fourth one? What is the answer? Kerali? Ke uttara duwe? Priyanna? A minus 2 is a breadth. Now, how it becomes like the length? And this is the length. Therefore, length is equals to the a plus 5. A plus 5. A plus 5. And this is the answer for the length. Because the product between two numbers becomes as a squared plus 3a minus 10. ඒක තමයි ආවේ. Right. Question number 6. Question number 6. This one's relevant to the axioms, right? PRSQ, and this is the bar. PRSQ. Find the length of the SQ where PS equals RQ. PS equals RQ. PS, RQ, both are equals, and equals to the 10 cm. Look at that. Here to here, here to here, 10 cm, right? 10 cm. And PR equals to 8 cm. P to R, 8 cm. PR, PR, PR. This one is 8 cm. PR equals to the SCM, right? Find the perimeter of the PQR. No, find the length of the SQ. Find the find the length of the SQ. SQ කියන කැලල තමයි හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. SQ කැලල හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. Right? When PS equals to the RQ. Now tell me PS. PS we can write as a PR plus RS. Look at this. PR plus RS. And this is a PS. PS කියලා කියන්නේ PR plus RX. Right? And this one should be a PS. Now you can write as a RQ. Look at the RQ. RQ means RS. RS plus SR. That means the RS. RS plus, sorry, SQ. 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 Find the length of the SQ. SQ තමයි හොයන්න ඕන කෙනා. And this is a, we want to find, right? And this one's denoted as a RQ. Now tell me, these two things becomes as a equals. These two things becomes as a equals. Because PS and RQ equals to the 10. එහෙනම් මේ ඔක්කොම පුතේ 10 වෙනවා. And this one becomes as a 10. This one becomes as a 10. right? Make a 10. Now RS becomes as a, and PR equals to the 8. PR කියලා කියන්නේ 8, right? Now PR plus RS plus SQ. Now we can write as a, look at this. Here is a RS and there is a RS. Now we can write as a, therefore, according to the axiom number 2, PR should be equals to the PR, right? PR should be equals to the, right? RS and RS both are equals, no? Therefore, PR should be equals to the SQ. ඔන්න මට ලියන්න පුළුවන් එහෙනම් උත්තරයක්. Then SQ equals to the HCM, right? HCM. And this is a way how to find the answer for a SQ. අපෙන් එහේ පුතේ SQ කියන්නේ කීයද කියලානේ. Right? Look at that. Right? PS equals to the RQ. Now we can call as a PS is equals to the PR plus RS. මේ දෙන්නගේ sum එකනේ. ඔව්, ලේසි. PR plus RS. And RQ means RS plus SQ. Now here is RS, here is RS. Now you know PR and SQ, PS and RQ both are equals. Therefore, PR plus RS equals to the RS plus SQ. Here is RS, here is RS. Now we called as a, according to the axiom number 2, right? Equal quantities added to the equal quantities becomes as a equal quantities. Then according to the axiom number 2, PR equals to the SQ. Now you know PR becomes as a 8. Now PSQ becomes as a 8. SQ කියලා කියන්නේ එතන පුතේ 8ම තමයි. Right. Now look at the second one. හැමෝම ලියන්නේ ඉවරද කොහමද? Done? thumbs up එකක් දෙන්න පුතේ ලියලා ඉවරලා. Right. Next one. 6-1. Find the perimeter of the PQR where the PR equals to the RL. Look at that. PQR. This is a triangle. And PQR. Second one. If PR equals to the RQ, PR equals to the RQ, and PQ equals to the QR, and PQ equals to the 6 centimeters. බලමු මොකද්ද මේ කියන්නේ කියලා. Look at that. PQ equals to the QR and PQ equals to 6 centimeters. Therefore, QR is also equals to the PQ equals to the 6 centimeters, and also PQ is a QR. Therefore, QR is also equals to 6 centimeters, and PR equals to the RQ. RQ is equals to the QR. Both are same. Both are same. RQ and QR both are same. Therefore, PR is also equals to 6 centimeters. Right? Now, perimeter of this figure, perimeter 6 plus 6 plus 6 now also becomes 18 centimeters. Easy thing, right? Yes, yes, right? This was very easy, right? Right? This is according to the axiom number 1, right? Because why? The equal quantity equals to the another quantity, that quantities are equals together like this. A equals B, B equals C. Therefore, A equals B equals C, both are equals. That's axiom number 1. Right. ලියාගමුද? Right. Next question. Now look at this. Length, breadth, and height cubicles tanks is 3 meters, 2 meters, and 1 meters. And you know find the capacity of the above tanks in liters. අපි දන්නවා capacity becomes as a length into breadth into the height. Therefore, 3 into 2 into 1. 3 into 2 into 1. And you know, this is a very easy thing. 3 meters multiplied by 2 meters multiplied by 1 meters, it's represented as a 6 cubic meters. And you know 1 cubic meter equals to the 1000 liters. Therefore, we can write 6 cubic centimeter, 6 cubic meter is equals to the 6000 liters. And this is the answer for the one. ඒකන හැමෝටම තේරෙනවානේ මාර ලේසි අනිවාර්යයෙන් එනවා පුතේ capacity, volume and the capacity, right? There are only three things, no? 1 cubic centimeter equals 1 milliliter, 1 cubic meter equals 1000 liter, and the volume becomes as a length into breadth into height. ඕක මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ, right? Easy lesson. Easy lesson, right? Find the amount of the water required for the cultivated land 20 square meter, right? Where the 20 liters required for 1 square meter per day. දැන් මේ land එකට කොච්චරක් ඕනද 1 square meter 20 liters. Look at that. 20 liters required to the 1 square meters. Therefore, the cultivated land becomes as a 20 square meters. එහෙනම් කොච්චරක් ඕනිද? We don't know. You have to find. Easy නේද? You have to multiply by the 20. එතකොට මොකද කරන්නේ? මේ වගේ 20 times ඕනේ. Therefore, 20 multiplied by 20 and you know the answer 400 liters required. 400 liters required. That's easy question. එකකට 20යි නම් 20කට 400ක් ඕනේ. Easy. Right? 20 liters required for 1 square meters. Therefore, 20 square meters needed 400 liters. 400 liters. 20 times. Find how many days the amount of the water in the tank sufficient for the cultivated land. දැන් අපි දන්නවා liters 400ක් නේ ඕනේ දවසකට per day. There are 6,000 liters. How many days sufficient for? You need to 6,000 liters. That's the capacity of the tank per day. Need 400 liters. 0, 0, 0, 0. 60 divided by 4 becomes 15 days sufficient. දවස් 15කට ප්‍රමාණවත්. Right? 15 days sufficient for land. Right. And this is the main question number 7. Main question number 7. This is relevant to the percentages as a fraction types. Right. Find the answers. I බලමු කොහොමද කරන්න කියලා. Look at that. The first question becomes as a find 3/8 of the 1 kilometer in meters. In meters. Right? 3/8 of 1 kilometer. Right? Then you can find the answer like in meters. First, you have to change as a meters. Right? First, you have to change as a meters, and you know the relation between the kilometers and the meters. And 1,000 meter is equals to the 1 kilometer. Then change, we have a 3/8 multiplied by the 1,000. Now 1,000 we can divide by the 8. 8 times 1, 8 times 250 or 125. 125. Because 8 divided by 10 divided by 8 becomes as a 1. 2 remainders. 20 divided by 8 becomes 2. 16, 4 remainders. 40 is a 5. Now 125 multiplied by the 3, then answer becomes as a 375 meters. 375 meters. And this is the answer for the first one, part A. Part A. Right. Hurry up, note down. right? Now I'm going to discuss the percentage part. Right? Company A charges the commission 5% to sold a land. Company A, 5% commission, right? And find the amount remaining to the owner after selling the land 1 million. Right? After selling the land, right? Remaining portion මේක හදන්න පුළුවන් අපිට පාරම DC, and it's a Roman number 1 in the part B. 1 million, 1 million, we have to multiply by the 95%, because the 5% reduced is like a loss. අපිට තේරෙනවද මේක? commission එක දෙන්න ඕනේ කාටද? දෙන්න ඕනේ broker, right? Broker, very good, Kelly. Broker, right? Therefore we have to multiply the 95%, right? 95 over 100. Now 0 and 0 we can simplify, and the 95 times becomes as a 95, and 1 2 3 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4 zeros, then 950,000 rupees, right? 950,000 rupees to the landowner. Second one, company B agreed to sold the above land 900,000 for 900,000 with the commissions of 7%. Find in which company receive more commission, right? Find in which company receive more commission. Company B agree to sold above land 900,000 with the commission of 7%, right? 7% right? And find in which company receives more commission. Now we can find commission, right? Look at the A, and the company A commission becomes commission as a 1 million minus 950,000, and you know difference between that becomes 1 million minus 950,000, and answer becomes 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees, and this is a commission. හරිනේ, එක මාර දෙසි නේද? 1 million එකෙන් 950,000 අඩු කරු 50,000, right? And second one, company B 900,000 multiplied by the 7%. 0 0 0 0, 9 times 7 becomes as a 54 or 63, 63, and 3 zeros, 63,000. Whoa. Now company B, therefore we can write company B charge receive more commissions, right? Note down this one, hurry up. Take a lazy. Company B receives more commission more than company A. Kamu tahu tu mereka? Kenali, Sanali, Brianna, Viduni, kamu tahu tu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, well done. According to the above, in which company is more profitable to sold a land to owner? Give reason for it. Right. Now, do it. එක තනියම කරන්න පුළුවන්. According to the above, ඒ බලපුවම පේනවා. In which company is more profitable? In what is the answer? Which company is more profitable to sold a land to owner? Company A or company B? With reasons. දාන්න උත්තර ටික. Which company and what's the reason? එකත් කියන්න ඕන. ඉතින් බලපුවම පේනවා අපිට. Now look at this. In company A, the owner receives 950,000. එයාට 950,000 හම්බ වෙනවා. මේකෙදි 900,000 විකුණන්නේ. But 63,000 as a commission. As a commission. As a commission. It's keeping the 7%. 7% එකෙන් ගන්නවත් එක්ක නේද? Right? තේරුණා වැඩේ ඊට අපි ලාභදායි. ලාභදායි. එහෙම කියන්නේ right? The more profitable thing is a company A because why? Company A through the company A receives more than the company B because there is 950,000 receives only 50,000 commission and there's 63,000 commission and they receive only making how many 800,000 gana how many right company B right now I'm going to the next one. This one's relevant to the angles. This is the last part. Angles තියෙන්නේ මතකයි angles between the parallel lines and the straight lines corresponding vertically opposite ඔය හැම එකම මතකයි. Now find the answer for the first one. x එක හදමු ටක් ගාලා හැමෝම මාරම ලේසි 100 අකුරක් පේට උදව්වක් දුන්නා. Yes, it becomes as a 70. Yes, very good, Kenoli. Very good. Because look at this. And this is a symbol C. And you know, symbol C represents as a symbol C represents as a allied angles. And you know, allied angles are supplementary. The sum of these ones becomes as a 180. And you know the theorem. Therefore, you can write x plus 30 plus 100 equals to the 180. Then x becomes as 180 minus 130. Now x becomes as 50 degrees. What is the write the theorem related to the above? And you know the theorem. The sum of the two angles as allied angles. Allied angles, the two straight lines are parallel. In the parallel lines, two allied angles are supplementary, or we call as the sum of the two allied angles are 180. 180. That's a theorem. If we have a two parallel lines, pair of parallel lines, so allied angles are supplementary. That's a theorem. And the B1, now you can find PRB and they show that PRB equals to CSQ. Now, බලමු ටික ලස්සනට ඇඳගෙන කරමු. These two lines should be parallel. මේ දෙක parallel කියලා දීලා තියෙනවා. And this is we call as a transversal කියලා තේමටයක් කිව්ව නමක් නේ. 4x 5x. That's it. Find the PRB. Find the PRB and show that PRB equals to the CSQ. Show that part එකක් තියෙනවා. Right. Now listen. Look at that. There's the symbol F. F එකක් පේනවද බලන්න පුතේ මෙහෙම. Look at this. Look at this. Like this. And this is 5x. And and this is two parallel lines here. And this one should be equals. And this one also 5x. Right? According to theorem, because corresponding angles we call as a corresponding angles. Therefore, here is a 5x. Here is 5x. And now and this is a straight line. Therefore, sum of these two angles becomes 180 degrees. And you know that. Now we can write as a 4x plus 5x should be equals to the 180. 9x equals to the 180. Now you can divide by 9. Then x becomes as a 20 degrees. Your name. First question, find the PRB. And therefore, PRB equals to the 4x, no? Then x becomes 20. Therefore, 4 times 20 becomes as a 80 degrees. This is the answer for the first one. හැමෝටම තේරෙනවද ඒක? තවත් තත්ත්වෙ? Everyone? Yes, very good. Very good, very good, very good. Now, Brianna, do Salary?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. And no doubt. That's the answer for the first one. Next one, PRB. Show that PRB equals to CSQ. CSQ. Right? Now listen. And CSQ should be equals to the RSD. Why? Because vertically opposite. And right? Now I am going to write like this. CSQ. CSQ equals to the RSD. That's the reason. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. And PRB also equals to the RSD. And this one is also equal to this one. Because why? Look at the symbol F. F. Right? This one is also equal to this one. Reason is corresponding angles. Therefore, we can write CSQ equals to the PRB. PRB equals to the CSQ according to axiom number one. Number one. And this is the way. Right? How about right?
Yes.
Yes, very good. And note down. And this is our first paper ending, the ending of our first paper. And we are going to discuss more questions on the part B on Monday class, our paper revision class, right? As well as our next week, 12th of the September day as a holiday because Sinhala අලුත් අවුරුද්ද නිසා right පාඩුවක් දෙනවා ඉතින් ඒක enjoy කරන්න හැබැයි පාඩම් වල ටිකක් කරලා අනිවාර්යෙන් upload කරන්න LMS වල because you have to practice for the first term exam ලකුණු උඩින්ම තියලා ඕනේ මට right ඒ නිසා වැඩ කරමු right තනියම papers හදන්න ඕන practice කරන්න right අමාරු ප්‍රශ්න තිබ්බොත් දාන්න photos දාන්න අපි හදමු discuss කරමු in the class right and එහෙනම් හැමෝටම God bless you. Good night. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye. Ciao.